Slacking on the scoreboard.
I know.
Oh, he did answer you. Of course not.
So he doesn't like a single mirror match. True. I've got to say, if I was a Terran player, I would absolutely hate TVT just because it's forced into such a long macro game. That or you have to cheese, which is even worse. Okay, so we're going to start in the top right here since we are on Shakura's. We got our purple Zerg. He's currently at 3 wins, going on game number 4. He is
GoSuostojiy.
And in the top left, his opponent is going to be our blue Protoss this game. He is
coLMinigun.
And he is building that pile on the low ground. Probably going to get a forge, and we could see a repeat. Although, Cannon Rush is not quite as scary on here, only because you can deny the expansion, but it's obviously not going to hit the main. And they said Metalopolis favored Zerg too much. Protoss can do Cannon Rush in the low ground. How's that favor Zerg? Mini just sitting here. Why you do this? So what was that? Was that a 7 pull? Is that a 10 pull? I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention.
Neither was I. I was actually answering some messages.
So, Minigun doing the favor and asking for me. Was at least a 7 pull, right? Yeah, 6 pull. I don't think you can even get the Overlord and the Extractor trick off. So we are seeing Forge first. He's trying to get a cannon up, and he is getting that gateway at the front. Probably going to need to throw up a second gateway, and he's saving up that money. And... Come on, Mini. Come on, Minigun. There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, he kind of needs the second gateway. And I like the position of it. Not only is it guarding the pylon and the cannon, but, I mean, that is a solid wall. GoSuostojiy at this point could even GG, but he's not in too bad of a position because when you do go for this very aggressive style, it really forces Protoss to cut Harvesters. And when you don't go all in with it, which he's not all in because he has been droning up, you kind of end up on even ground.
Somewhat, maybe.
Well, I mean, the Harvester count right now, 14 to 15. It's actually in favor of GoSuostojiy.
Yeah,
And
but GoSuostojiy doesn't have a natural.
Well, he will soon. Although, yeah, he does. He's building it at the bottom right.
Just put it down.
Yep. Miniguns is just put down too. Minigun doesn't have a cybernetic score.
Chrono boost.
Yeah,
and so we see right now, I mean, the distance between, since he didn't get it at his own natural, it's much farther away, and we actually see that he's got, what is this, 16, 20 drones on minerals right now, so he's actually going a little bit beyond peak efficiency, like a couple more drones, and he'll be at as much minerals per minute he can be on off of one base here. But look at that, he's actually going to expand again, so double expand, knowing he's a little bit behind.
I don't even think
knowing
he's
that
behind
Minigun
still.
can't do too much to pressure him anyway, so.
Minigun does have that cybernetic score building in the high ground. I mean, look, it's 700 minerals a minute versus 500. Minigun is down on Harvesters. He's going to be down on bases. He's down on supply by 10. I've got to say Minigun's behind.
No.
I've got to say Minigun's behind.
It's 21 to 23. In the mid-game, Zerg standard is like 10 Harvesters ahead for the beginning. But now he's got
Even
both
on a fast
Nexuses.
expand? I don't
What?
know. Usually Protoss, especially Minigun with his amazing chrono boosts.
Well, this is true.
Tends to fly
This is
ahead.
true. But now he's got both of those Nexus able to start pumping probes and chrono boosting both of them. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious what kind of follow-up miniguns he's going to have here. I think 6 gate might be good because he does have the Forge and the 2 gateways already up. If he goes for Stargate, the 2 gateways almost seem like a waste. He's actually going pure Sentry at this point, so he's going to be defensive here for a while. And against a 3-base Zerg, GoSuostoji's production is going to be pretty
I don't know
good
about
here.
that. I don't know
about that.
No, I think he's definitely gonna go for a push.
Robotics
What
facility.
the timing is, not sure though.
So, rush up to Colossi. Good idea.
I think it might just be an observer. Like, I know he definitely loves some of the Blink Stalker styles, but yeah, there's the Twilight Council. So I think this is going to be something like a 5 or 7 gate Blink Stalker build.
Somebody commenting what I said about amazing chrono boosts. Minigun by far, after Thunder's training with them, he chrono boosts constantly, and I've got to say he overproduces probes like mad. He has the fastest probe production I've ever seen from a Protoss player, bar none, I'd say. Just because
look at his replays.
He loves his
Check
macro.
out his chrono boost. This kid does not miss a chrono boost anymore. Pro coaching from Thundertoss, you can ask him.
Everybody loves Minigun. Everybody's biased for Minigun. It's just the way it works, guys. We do have Lair coming up right now for COTH. I mean, obviously in this game I want COTH to win because I'm a Zerg player and I'm always biased versus Zerg.
Miniguns have Zerg these days.
Yeah, that's why I can accept Minigun's win.
But in any case, here we go. We see a lot more gateways being thrown down. 3 over there, 2 more over here. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's the 7th. So we are going to see 7 gate Observer Blink push. See, I know my Protoss. I know. I know.
It's 60 Harvesters versus 43 in COTH. Is he going to scout it? He does have an Overlord coming in.
He's got a bunch of Overlords around. The question is, has he seen that Twilight Council yet? And the answer is no.
Yeah, he needs to run in there. He saw a pylon coming up the top. And it doesn't look like he's actually going to sacrifice that Overlord to see it. A lot of sentries take out that Overlord. And he's actually throwing down a Spire. Oh, man. He got the Roach Warren. If he got a lot of Lings and Roaches, I think he'd be able to hold it just fine.
Not the best response. I think he might have just scouted the Robo and figured, you know, Spire's pretty good against Protoss, who are somewhat behind on 2 bases. And here we go, Minigun killing off the gateway at this front, getting a Warp Prism even to make sure he has a Proxy Pylon up in time. And starting this push. Does he notice that Overlord? Yeah, it does notice the Overlord over there, but not even going to bother. COTH taking a 4th base. I think COTH's misread this.
He did see the units starting to push out here to the middle of the map. And I mean, he has to suspect something at this point because he doesn't have a 3rd base, and he's obviously going to follow up something on that quick expansion. We do have Roaches, Lings, +1 melee on the way right now. A decent force here in the middle. He does already have +1 missile attacks compared to the +1 of Minigun.
I just want to point out right now that I think this is going to be super sexy because I see 4 sentries in a Warp Prism.
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, yes, he's gonna wall. Yeah, here we go.
I'm crying for COTH right now.
Although he did spam 3 force fields when he only needs 1, he's gonna be able to take out
he has plenty of force fields left. It doesn't matter.
And look at this, Minigun dropping some extra cannons. He sees the units trying to go for a counterattack. They do pass by his Proxy Pylon, and this is just gonna be intense.
Yep, Roach is trying to pop out here. COTH pulling his drones. I don't know if he's just trying to get outside the base or not.
Minigun needs to force field it again.
And
he
drones
misses
running inside at the same time.
But I guess he knows that all those units are at his main anyway. Nice force fields blocking half the Roaches out. Those extra cannons are going to be able to come up. And Minigun is going to hold this very, very nicely. A lot of sentries warped in there. Again, the Lair is halfway health right now. A lot of those units going down. Sentries still blocking that ramp. Killing off the units that are trying to get blast. But that Observer is just killing off all those Roaches.
He lets a lot of units in there, mostly Zerglings, and they're going to kill off a lot of the sentries. And the Mutas pop out as well, finish off the rest of the sentries. Nothing but these Stalkers left, and he's trying to kite him to the edge. We do have Spine Crawlers coming up. The Stalkers could potentially take out that Spire if he wanted to, but those Stalkers need to get out of the base. I mean, COTH at the end of this, I'm amazed. He is ahead on supply. He has 3 bases still. He's rebuilt the spawning pool at another base. He's rebuilt his lair. He is still in just an okay position. The only bad thing I've really got to critique him for is the fact that he pulled a lot of drones into that main to try to fight, and he lost a lot. Yeah, 34 workers killed during that attack, but the harvester count still somewhat close, 61 to 50, and Minigun having to get a third base on the low ground.
Yeah, slipped up in his macro just a little bit. I think maybe just because he wanted to kill that gateway in the front and didn't actually replace it. But here he goes again. I mean, when you start building up these Blink Stalker numbers, you can be very, very cost effective. But Ostojiy still got a decent force here, but Minigun's still pushing. That Observer giving him nice sight on the high grounds. He's not going to be caught off guard. He knows there aren't any infestors out, so he's feeling pretty safe here. And he can actually force field the units out of this bottom area.
Yep,
and there he
does
goes.
Just that. Drones being pulled to try to attack, but if the rest of the roaches aren't attacking, it's not really a good engagement. He is losing a lot here. Sentry's trying to get picked off by the mutas, but the mutas get it all picked off, and that's it. GG. Minigun takes game number 4. He's going to be our next player up.
Minigun with a superior positioning there. Ostojiy with a bad read, even saying that it was so obvious, didn't know why he didn't block it. And being maybe slightly too greedy there, going for the very, very fast fourth. But those are the kind of situations that you get yourself into when you decide to 7-pool because you think that your opponent's a little bit better to you. I think if he just played somewhat standard, he may have been able to take that.